Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on my August Creative Daily Journal for the days of the 8th to the 14th. Let's get started, shall we? I do have page kits over here. I did not grab them beforehand. It was a little bit of a struggle this week. I may be going through a little bit of a bad time right now, so I didn't really read much. I'm doing what I have to do, but other than that, I'm not really doing much. I'm not reading anything like that. It's been a little rough. So I don't have much to show for it for this week. I did read a few things, but that's about it. This day, whenever the 8th was, I don't know. When was the 8th? Your guess is as good as mine. We had to take the dog to the vet for his checkup. I was so mad because he's like, yeah, he didn't lose any weight. And I'm like, but it's been raining for 3 days and he's a dachshund and he won't poop. He won't go outside. Like, that's how it is. If you have a dachshund, you know. If it's raining, they're like, yeah, I'm good. I'll just hold it. So he didn't poop for 2 days. So, of course, it wasn't like he lost any weight. So the doctor he put us on new medication, which is good. His other stuff wasn't working as well anymore, but he put him on new medication. I really am determined to use everything that's in here. So, sure, why not? I mean, yeah, this is definitely a thing, right? Just putting a little measuring tape cut apart in that pocket. Sure. I don't really have any reason to use that, though, so that does have to go. And then I have the lemon slice, which I need Fabri-Tac for. So he did get put on new medication for his collapsed trachea. This stuff has steroids in it. And let me tell you, it's like doing way better than what it was the cough medicine was doing. However, today is the first day. This is clogged. What is going on? This is the first day that we've had to skip a day. Like, he wants him to only be on the medicine like every other day because it has steroids in it. There we go. So today's the first day we're skipping. We had to start him with 2 pills a day for 4 days and then 1 pill a day for 4 days, and now he gets to skip a day. So we shall see how it works skipping a day. I don't think my stuff has ever clogged like that before. But there we go. Like, that's it. I don't have any books, nothing. I had a horrible headache, and I watched One Tree Hill, and I said, I'm honestly sick of my head hurting. Over 2 years of a headache, and it never goes away, and I'm over it. Alright, here we go. So, I said, some days I feel like maybe I do too much, and here's my list of everything I did. Like, my dad's very good at reminding me that you're still in recovery from your surgery, which sounds stupid, but I could be in pain for up to a year yet, like up to a year. So I really am still in recovery. So I sometimes just feel like I do too much. Oh, this is the day that I definitely did too much. Where's my tape? I never put my tape over here. And where is it? I never put my tape away. It's always over here and it's gone. Okay, I'm just gonna grab new tape because I don't know where my tape is. So bizarre. Never mind, I found it. found it. This is the day that I brought up the rocking chair and moved the furniture. So it was a lot. And then I remember thinking the next day, why do my arms hurt? Well, that might be from moving the heavy-ass kitchen table by yourself and carrying a rocking chair up the steps. I mean, kind of. That's what you can maybe guess why I hurt. So then my foot hurt and I was tired. And I hadn't read a book in days. And I was watching One Tree Hill again. That's all I've been doing, honestly. That's how I know that I'm in, we'll just call it a funk. That we all know. We all know what that is. We all know what is going on. But we'll just call it a funk. I did make dinner. I made delicious dinner. And my dad comes in and says to me, don't you think you're making too much food? And I said, don't you think you grow too many vegetables? I said, if you didn't grow so many vegetables, I wouldn't have to make so many vegetables. I said, if I don't make the zucchini, it's gonna rot. It really kind of annoyed me because I'm like, what the hell? Like, you be glad that you have freaking food. Sometimes, I swear. Hey, guess what? I don't have to cook. That's how I feel. I don't need that. Okay. That was that day. Like I said, it's been. That's about it. It's been. Alright, this day. Oh, I worked out first thing in the morning. Which is what I should always do because by the time afternoon comes, I don't want to do it anymore. I honestly don't. This is the day that I said to everybody, like, I don't understand why this is always a thing. We've always turned the water off for the washer at the valve. Like, every time you're done doing wash, we've always turned the water off, and I don't know why. So now it's ingrained in me to turn the water off. Well, now the cold water valve no longer works. And I was like, all right, we're going to have to call a plumber out and get that replaced, but now I just don't care. I'm like, whatever. Why are we abnormal? Why do we do that? Why do we not... I'm not going to use this paper because this paper is like very much printed. I'm just going to layer some stuff up. Yeah, I'm like, why do we do that? If you go to a laundromat, they don't turn the water off. The water's always on. You go to an apartment building, the water's always on. Like, you don't turn off the water. Why has this always been a thing? I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just always been a thing. I don't know if maybe back in the day something happened or it was just a thing, but it's always been a thing. And I don't know why. So I said, my dad's like, well, we'll get it fixed then. And like when I get paid, and I'm like, why do I even care? I don't care. Whatever. Whatever. Sound good? And then here's this. This is the boyfriend took a picture of his dinner from the night before. And I said to him, I texted him and I said, wow, somebody's spoiled. When he sent me this picture, I was like, look at you. You have like a full plate of roast beef and mashed potatoes. And look at it. Look at that piece of zucchini bread that was homemade off to the side. I was like, you're spoiled, dude. Because I even cut up his meat for him like a child. Only because then he's sitting in his car. He eats in his car. He's been eating in his car since 2020. Okay? So, that's just been his thing since 2020. So, he has a tray that he can eat on. So I make sure, like, I always cut up his meat so he doesn't have to worry about doing that. So I said to him, I said, he's spoiled. spoiled rotten. So, I have to tell you guys, my kid left to go take his driving test. Yes, he's 21 and does not drive. And he does not drive because, it's reasons, all right? And it's not because, okay, so, he turned 16 in 2019, okay? And he was cyber schooled, so I was like, there's no reason for him to go this year for his license, and I regretted it ever since. I'm not gonna lie. He then a certain, you know, what am I doing? My thing is stuck. Then 2020 came, so yeah. I didn't want him sitting in an enclosed space with anybody at that point. So we put it off another year, and then he went and he got his permit. And he passed his permit, like he got everyone correct. He did really great passing his permit test. So he's had that since he's 18. And then my boyfriend was teaching him how to drive for a while. Well, I've said it once, I've said it twice. He is very, I say they always have only child syndrome. They butt heads constantly. It's actually super annoying. Not gonna lie, it is super annoying. So he taught him for a little while, and then it just stopped for some reason. I think the boyfriend got really annoyed because my kid would question him. Like, if he said slow down, why? And my boyfriend's like, if I tell you to do something, you just do it. I will explain later, but if I'm telling you to slow down, I need you to slow down. So, he stopped teaching him, and I don't blame him. Then my kid got a job. And I said, well, maybe you should start teaching him again, because now that he's working, maybe he's listening a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like, now you're not just dealing with mommy and daddy. I think that might be one of the, like, being homeschooled was one of the reasons that, you know, he didn't listen very well. Well, he didn't want to drive with him then. So then he's been driving with my ex-husband. Now, why did it take so long for my ex-husband to teach him? Because he didn't have his fucking license. That's why. Because he had DUIs and had his license taken away for many years. And then he finally got his license back, and that's when he started teaching my kid how to drive. And nobody else wanted to teach him how to drive. Nobody. I asked his grandparents. They're like, nope, not our job. No, we're not doing it. No. Super annoying. Anyway, he's going for his license today. So, I told him he'll do great. I'm not going to lie, I'm worried. This day he went to the beach, and they left bright and early. They left at like 6 a.m. And when he got home at 8 p.m., he was burnt. And I'm like, did you not apply sunscreen? He goes, yeah, like twice. I'm like, you were at the beach. Sand is reflective. Salt water will rinse off the sunscreen. I said you should have applied at least 4 more times. Freaking kids. And then I went in at midnight because the boyfriend was going to bring home aloe, and they didn't have any. So I went in to drop off just to give him moisturizer. And I said to him, I'm like, did you set your alarm for tomorrow? Because at this point he had been sleeping. He passed out like immediately when he got home. And I said, did you set your alarm for work tomorrow? And he's like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I have sunburn. And I said, shut the hell up. I'm a great mom. I promise. I am. I'm like, shut the hell up. I said, it's sunburn. You're going to work. So I set my alarm for 7 a.m. to make sure that he got up. He did. But I'm like, dude, it's sunburn. So I set my alarm for 7 a.m. to get up the next morning to make sure he got up for work. And he did. And then I got up. But when I woke him up, he's like, why wouldn't I be up? And I'm like, did he forget that he was whining like a little... brat, like at midnight. I'm like, did he forget that part? Was he still asleep? Because he sleeps like the dead. I don't even want to tell, like, he sleeps like the dead. So I don't know, but he's like, of course I'm up, of course. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I went shopping with my mom. So we went to Kohl's, and we went to Boscov's, and then we went to Wegmans. She wanted to pick up food for my grandmother. They have something there that she really likes, but they ended up being sold out, so my mom couldn't get it anyway. And then I got home, and that's when my dad's like, oh, I'm not calling a plumber. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. I just want to do laundry. Like, I don't care. I just want the capability of doing laundry. That's all. I don't give a crap if you call a plumber or not. Then the boyfriend went to the store and got chipwiches. Let me tell you, they were delicious. But you know what was better? The one day, I think it was like was it last week maybe? Or the week before? He found Andy's Candies mint chocolate chip ice cream sandwiches, and those were delicious. They're made by Hershey's. So good. Alright, here's the day. I saw a TikTok, and I said to my boyfriend, I'm like, look, this girl swears that this is what helps her headaches. And I showed him, and she's holding up a Coke, which, I mean, I don't really like Coke, but she was holding up a Coke and a fry from McDonald's. And he's like, oh, do you want some? I'm like, yeah. And he comes home with a Big Mac, and I'm like, because he said, he goes, I have a free Big Mac. Do you want the Big Mac? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I've never actually had one. So I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. And he comes home with a drink for himself and just a Big Mac. And I looked at him, I'm like, where's the fries? And he's like, I asked you if you wanted fries. You didn't answer me, so I assumed the answer was no. I'm like, A, I didn't hear you, and B, I held up a TikTok where she said fries. And I said, ooh, sir. What are you kidding me right now? Sometimes I think guys are just... Alright, so this is the day I went, oh, you ready for this? And if somebody can answer this for me, I would be incredibly grateful. So I went for my blood work that I had to get for my doctor's appointment to check on my A1C and my thyroid and my ferritin and my iron. Because I am iron deficient, and I have an iron deficient anemia. So I had to check on all that, and then check on everything else. So I got most of my results back. I think I got all my results back this night. And my ferritin was 7 when I started on the iron, and now it's 31. However, I think they want your ferritin to be at least 100. So I have a ways to go. So I'm still on iron. But, are you ready? I'm sorry, my nails are chipping. I haven't had a chance to take my nail polish off. Sorry about that. After my last lab test, and this was after being no sugar and low carb and exercising every day and losing 50 pounds, my A1C was at 5.3. My glucose was at 105. My current test, after eating my feelings and not doing anything for months because of my ankle and my foot, and then eating all the carbs and any of the sugar that I want, my A1C was at 5.1. How? And my glucose was at 100. How? How does that work? Also, my cholesterol was even lower. My good cholesterol was higher. My bad cholesterol was even lower. I'm so confused. If you know the answer to this and can tell me why this is a thing, could you please tell me? Because, I don't understand it. Also, if you see these apple cider mix Jelly Belly jelly beans, delicious. Okay. But yeah, can you, explain to me? I don't understand what is happening. I don't understand how that even happens. All right, the kid got Wendy's, and I'm going to tell you something. So whenever my kid orders Wendy's from Grubhub, it takes forever to get here. Okay. Wendy's is right down the street. All right. Right down the street. It'll take 40 minutes to get here. And then the food's always cold. And I'll watch, and the Grubhub driver gets to Wendy's and then leaves. And then comes back later because it's taking that long. And it's actually kind of frustrating. So, this time, I hit priority. There's a thing on Grubhub, if you have Amazon Prime, you can have priority delivery for free. And I'm like, I'm going to try it. I never usually do, because the times are usually the same. Now, the times were the same on this one, but we all know regular delivery is always 30 to 40 minutes because my local Wendy's sucks. All right? So, I hit priority. The Wendy's order was there in 11 minutes. 11 minutes. And the food was actually hot. It's the first time we've had hot Wendy's food in so long. Ridiculous. Also, this is the day that the boyfriend went to Lowe's and got all the wood for the table. And it only cost $53. So that's great because, I mean, let's face it. Tables are not cheap. So he's making a table and it's only going to cost $53. And that's with a pre-made tabletop. Like, he bought a pre-made tabletop. Let's see, this was the day that I realized, this was yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before, because today is the 16th. This was the day that I realized that I might be in a slight little depression. I was like, oh, that's the problem. That's what's going on. That's why I'm struggling. That's why I'm struggling to do anything. And you're looking at this list of things I did and you're thinking, but wait, you did all that stuff. Yeah. Because I can still do stuff because I know I have to. So I can still do stuff, but it's like the stuff that I take enjoyment in doing, I don't end up doing. Like yesterday, I made focaccia, 2 loaves, because I told my mom I'd make her a loaf. I made my mom homemade pico. I chopped all the peppers from the garden. I chop all the peppers from the garden, and then we freeze them in Ziploc bags. So if I make something and I need peppers, I can just grab a handful of peppers. It works great that way. Like, I literally will just bang the frozen bag against the counter and it breaks them apart, and I'm able to grab a handful of peppers. So if I'm making chili, I can throw a handful of garden fresh peppers in. I mean, they're frozen, but you know what I mean? They were from our garden. Throw them in the chili and we're good to go. So that's what I did that. And then, we had green beans that I wanted to make some for dinner, and I wanted to dehydrate some. So I did that. I did dishes multiple times. I made lunch and dinner for the boyfriend, then made dinner for the rest of us. Ran and emptied the dishwasher. It was a lot. I did a lot. I can do that kind of stuff. It's the stuff that I enjoy, like reading. I won't read. Doing this kind of stuff is actually a struggle. So, I don't have any interest in filming videos. I'm doing it because I have to, because if I don't, you know how YouTube, if you don't know how YouTube is, if you don't post videos, YouTube seems to forget you exist. So you have to be consistent with your posting. So yeah. I realized it and I was like, oh, okay, that's the issue. That will be the issue. So, it's fine. I'll snap out of it. I always do. And then I didn't sleep last night either. Literally, I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning, just laying there trying to sleep. Let me close this up. All right. Oh, I think I need more Fabri-Tac soon. All right, let's see. What did we do? Alright, here we go. Lemons. Here's what the kitchen now looks like. This table is getting rid of. It's really big, but now it's up against the wall, and I brought the rocking chair up. So, which, by the way, I've sat in that rocking chair so many times now. I'm not even gonna joke with you. I've sat in it so many times. And then I read 0 stars, do not recommend. I recommend it. It was very good. The Love of My Afterlife I gave 5 stars to. If you want to see my reviews and hear me talk about it, I will link my reading channel down below. This is a trifle my mom got me at Wegmans. It was delicious. See, look, and then these 2 books. 3 stars, 2 stars. And there we go. That was my week in a nutshell. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully I'll be able to film some videos, because I don't have any videos to film that I don't have. So hopefully I can film some videos so you guys have something to watch. I appreciate you being here with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.